It happened. It finally happened. Somebody had the balls to put this thing with this thing to make this thing. What may be the most perfect device. Let's talk about that. Roll those credits. What's going on YouTube? It's your man Cleveland Terry, and today's a cool day. Denon DJ announced a new flagship CDJ style controller. The SC5000, which was their CDJ style competitor. They took that controller, clearly listening to what the world has been asking for, and they put a motorized turntable in the jog wheel. So now there is a 7-inch platter that actually turns to simulate or emulate an actual turntable. The one thing that I have been talking about. Now I know you're saying, well, that's already done. The Rane 12s, well, they already have that in there. Yes, they do. But what they don't have is the ability to use your USB sticks to control them. Just like Rekordbox, Denon has their own software called Denon Prime, and you drop that in there and you no longer need a computer. So now you're actually using technically what feels like real turntables. The jog wheels are spinning. Up on the back end, we have the displays which show you the waveforms and where it's at. Hey, it's about damn time. See, when I first saw the Rane 72 and 12 combo, the first thing I thought was, well, that's cool and all, you got the wave files right in the mixer. Can this thing run without Serato? Can we pop some thumb drives into the USB ports that are located on the back and run right off the mixer without Serato? Almost turning Serato into an app within the mixer, and then you can just use it without a computer. That was my first thoughts, and of course, Rane didn't do that. A little short-sighted in my opinion. You already have the waveforms and the ability to choose your songs right from within the board, so all they really needed to do was kind of put the app within the Rane hardware. You could even make it a Rane exclusive. And then at that point, you just have money falling from the sky. Everybody and their mama will be buying that particular hardware because it gives you the best of both worlds. Everything you wanted. You wanted the Rane mixer, you wanted a control platter without records, and now you got both of them plus the ability to use your thumb drive or whatever flash drive you're using to pop that in there, and now you're working without a computer. So now traveling DJs don't have to think about anything. They can go right to the venue, plug their thumb drives in, and rock a party. Money falling out of the sky. But they didn't do that. They gave us just enough to get us to stop complaining, and then they stopped. But that's a whole nother video that's coming soon on that topic. I actually thought that the Pioneer PLX 1000s were going to get them on their next update. They were going to put the screens on that back end next to the fader, and now you can pop your thumb drive in and you can rock Serato, not Serato, you can rock Rekordbox without a computer. Pioneer is going to have some sort of variation on their product that allows for Rekordbox software to exclusively run that particular hardware. So, Rekordbox, yeah. There's that. Denon in their wisdom, can Denon be wise? Just took their flagship SC5000 and added a motor, and now you have the SC5000M. Pretty simple. You know, there was some low-level manager sitting in a boardroom meeting when they're trying to figure out how they're gonna make that next product happen and how they're gonna blow the roof off the DJ world, and this low-level guy was like, hey man, why don't we just put a motor in the 5000s. Everybody's been talking about the fact that they want to put a motor in, and then the boss is like, nobody wants that stuff, forget it. And then he takes that idea and goes to his boss and is like, hey, I got an idea that's going to revolutionize everything. And his boss is like, that's a really good idea, let's go with that. Great job, Smith. And then Smith takes all the credit. Corporate world, man. Corporate world. That's why I got out of the corporate world, just for that. So what do I like about the SC5000M? Well, it's got all the bells and whistles of what a CDJ Nexus competitor would have. It's got all those bells and whistles. What it also has, which is really cool, it has the ability to play 2 different waveforms on the same unit. So you can technically mix right off of that one board without even having to go to another unit. So in a pinch, if one fails, you can still mix right out of there. And I know what you're saying, well, everybody else has that, but this one actually has 2 RCA outputs right on the back, right here. It allows you to actually truly use 2 separate decks, but in the one controller. So if you have 2 controllers, now you're rocking 4 separate decks. You can have acapella on one track, and then drop a break beat on the bottom, and then you could be mixing out on the other one. So that's really, really cool. I know the features have been out there for a while, but I like that the ability is in there, specifically in there without needing a computer. You can do this right off of your thumb drive. So as I said before, Denon does use its own software, the Denon Prime software. It, from what I understand, works really well. I haven't actually touched it, but people that have reviewed it have said it's good. And I mean, I don't know if it's up to Serato levels or even Rekordbox levels, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to release a product like this. It doesn't have the ability to actually work in direct competition for the CDJs. The list price is $1,600. Now the list price for the regular version, the SC5000 without the motor, is $1,600. So I like that they didn't raise the price just because they added in a little feature and now they have a reason to charge you more. Hey Pioneer, you can learn from that. Your DDJ 1000 is essentially an SX3, just with different jog wheels. See how that works? See? Take care of your loyal customers. Don't get me wrong, $1,600 is expensive. However, it's right in line, actually cheaper than the direct competitor, which is that CDJ. If you're in the market for a CDJ and you have alternatives that you're interested in, well, this could be an alternative for you. Plus the fact if you are a regular turntable DJ, this is gonna give you the best of both worlds. I like that it's Serato enabled. You can't use it as a standalone device, but with your computer, you can still use all of the effects and all of the options that are in there. So you can still use the turntable version, you can still use the CDJ version. Everything that's available is still there. I do like that. Again, Pioneer DJ, take note. It's okay to allow somebody to use another option. Just because I buy a DDJ 1000 doesn't mean I want to use Rekordbox. Maybe I want to use Serato. Maybe I want to use them both. Maybe sometimes I want to use Serato and sometimes I want to use... This machine has no direct competition. You can't really say that the 12s are competition because the 12s cannot work with a thumb drive. You need a computer to run them. So at this point in time, there's absolutely no one on the market that is doing anything like this. This is truly a niche product, and I think because it's ahead of the curve, I think some people are going to jump on this just because. Although I know a lot of people that are Serato or Rekordbox diehard fans, they're not even going to look at this, and that's okay. Sometimes I think that people releasing products like this are more of a kick in the ass to the other competitors to say, do something else. Give your customers something that they actually are asking for and that they want. So I think this is a good thing no matter what. So let's talk about what I don't like about it. There's not a lot that I don't like, but right off the bat, aesthetically, I can't stand the green. I honestly think it's the worst color. A lot of other companies are doing that right now. Both Denon and Roland have decided to go green, and for me personally, can't stand it. Call me petty, I'm petty. How you doing? I also don't like the black buttons with the actual lighted rings around them. I prefer that the lights be the entire button. That's a Rane thing too. Rane does that. I actually can't stand the way that looks. I actually prefer the way Pioneer, Mixars, Reloop, I prefer the way they do them. They look cleaner to me and they're easier to see in the dark. Also, while I appreciate all these companies coming out with their own standalone software that works with the devices, it's fragmenting the DJ community. It's forcing us to choose one product to use basically for the rest of our lives, and DJs don't work that way. So that's fine if it's just you and you're a mobile DJ, but let's be honest. The world uses two types of DJ platforms. They use either the Rekordbox platform or Serato. Those are the only ones they use. So if you want to be a working DJ, you need to make sure that you have both of those available to you. Having a third one, it may be hard to convince a venue that they need to carry Denon products. It might be really hard for a nightclub to say, what are we going to invest in? Should we get some new CDJs? Or should we get some Rane products? Or should we go with Denon? I feel like most people are gonna stick with the CDJs and or Serato products. Don't get me wrong, I actually like the device. I think it gives you pretty much everything you need if you are a Denon lover. I don't think that I'll be moving over to Denon, but I really think that this is a great stepping stone for everyone else. Just kind of puts the DJ community on notice by saying, hey, trust me, when people ask for something, we're actually listening. Here's the device we heard that you wanted. So people like Pioneer, people like Rane, moral of the story is, step your game up before someone uses you as a step to go past you. Come on, Rane. Come on, Pioneer. So for all of you that have seen the announcement, what are your thoughts on it? So is that something you're gonna be going into? Are you gonna stick to Serato? You're gonna stick with Rekordbox? What are your thoughts on the product? Once again, guys, thank you guys for checking out my videos. I know there are a lot of different options out there and you choose to look at mine, and I appreciate every one of you. The growth has been amazing and it keeps me moving to produce new content as much as possible. So as you know before, I do tech-related DJ gear reviews. I also do DJ day in the life videos and some tips and tricks videos that I've now started. Keep an eye out on my 2-minute Tuesday quick tips. I haven't really got the name yet. Tuesday tips, quick tips Tuesday, quick tips Tuesday. That might work. So keep an eye out for that because that's coming soon. Once again, guys, always a pleasure. And if I don't talk to you later, we'll talk soon. Peace. I lost my voice for some reason. My voice is fine, but it's just not there. I hope I'm not catching a cold. I hope I'm not sweating. I had to turn my air conditioner off. It's dying in here.